We use subtle energy technology to calm down the flood of emotional chemicals known to elicit the emotional hijacking called the neuropeptides. Everybody knows what an emotion is, but do you know what an emotional neuroprompt is? What if I told you that everybody experiences them daily, whether they are aware or not? Sometimes they are insignificant and easy to ignore. Sometimes they are huge and they can ruin your whole day, the rest of the week, and occasionally they are massive and can give us emotional baggage for the rest of our lives. Since everyone knows what emotions are, let's start by defining the term neuroprompt. It sounds complicated, but it's really very simple. A neuroprompt is something that happens in our environment that the nervous system cannot ignore and must react to. We'll come back to emotional neuroprompts in a moment, but at our core, our nervous system must constantly be communicating with things that happen in our environment for us to adapt and survive. This is done through our biofield. Something in our environment changes and we react. Same thing happens in our emotional space as well, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about. If we get too cold, we put on a coat. If we get too hot, we take it off. If we haven't eaten, we get hungry and we eat. Smoke in the air will make us cough. All these are examples of the fancy term, the neuroprompt. Emotions are a fascinating and frustrating part of the human experience. Much has been written about why some people seem to cope with their emotions better than others, but they definitely play an important part in everyone's lives. If you've been following the Biofield Testing YouTube channel, you know that we closely follow the science known as epigenetics, first discovered by Dr. Bruce Lipton more than 20 years ago. We've posted other videos about the scientific principles Dr. Lipton discovered and how we have used these principles to improve the lives of thousands of individuals through biofield testing and expansion. But here is something that we have not talked much about. The quickest way to expand the human biofield is to address priority emotions that the client is feeling. We have an amazing biofield testing procedure called the Emotional Unwind Experience. We use some of our usual biofield testing tools like using an enhanced form of modified muscle response testing, information from the person's individual emotional environment, and over 90 digitized emotional information neuroprompts to assist in your biofield to identify your priority emotion or emotions. Then once identified, we perform the simple but elegant emotional unwind experience, which only takes a matter of minutes and is completely non-invasive. For all of our unwind procedures, including our Brain Unwind and Allergy Unwind, we use subtle energy technology to calm down the flood of emotional chemicals known to elicit the emotional hijacking that we all occasionally experience. The subtle energy technology is delivered through a simple clearing process. You see, the subtle energy programming is carried in a pair of bronze medallions that are held or scanned over two areas of the body simultaneously. And it's really that simple. As the person receiving the emotional unwind, you have the option of talking about the emotions or keeping them private. So this procedure can be performed without excessive intrusion. It seems to be everybody's favorite biofield testing procedure. We think that you'll love it as much as we do. There is more information about the Emotional Unwind Experience on our website, biofieldtesting.com, where you can also fill out the contact form if you're interested.